2021 sales numbers just came in for Lexus. We're going to go over all the details of every single region, but the way things are going for Lexus, 2022 is going to be a tipping point. We're over at the Global Toyota Newsroom. Lexus announces 21 global sales results, and they sold 760,012 units for 2021, which is up 6% compared to the pandemic year. That is only about 5,000 units off of their global record that happened in 2019. Fast forward to 2021, we're still feeling the ramifications of the pandemic on all sorts of levels, but when it comes to producing cars, it's largely the microchips, and then also we have the huge backups at ports around the world with parts, cars, etc. So let's break down each region here. North America, 332,000 units. That's a good number for Lexus. Now, if we go to car figures, here in the United States, they sold 304,000, but yeah, they also sell vehicles in other parts of North America like Canada. They might consider Puerto Rico a different part. I think they sell vehicles in the Caribbean as well, very small volume. And then Mexico will be a part of that going forward, as Mexico was one of the last countries, or should I say the latest countries, to be able to sell Lexus vehicles. Going back to the press release, China was only up 1% compared to last year, which in the previous years, China had been growing exponentially for Lexus sales. So I don't know what happened there. It could have to do with them appropriating volume to the respective markets for the company to make as much money as possible, because they're so volume constricted due to the supply chain. And I think that's especially what happened in East Asia, where they sold approximately 30,000 units, which is down 5%. But you have to realize, if they're constricted from a manufacturing point of view, they have to sell cars in the markets that make them the most money. And more importantly, they have to appropriate chips and supplies to the models that make the most money. So even though East Asia might be down 5%, maybe their makeup of cars that they're selling there would be on the luxury end, maybe high-end ESs. They have the LM in East Asia, the minivan based on the Alphard, which can fetch prices of like $200,000. So yeah, even though it might be volume down, I find it difficult to believe that Lexus would be down on profits or revenue. But Europe is up 2% to 72,000 units, and that's just such a hard market for Lexus. They have so many things going against them. Not only is Western Europe, especially the hotbed of Porsche, Audi, Mercedes-Benz, BMW. You also have like Jaguar, Land Rover, that's their home base as well. So it's tough sledding for Lexus in that part of the world. Plus, in places like Germany, for example, they have big taxes on import luxury. So yeah, it's just an uphill grind for Lexus in that part of the world, even though they are still growing. Japan, still growing as well, up 4%. And it's interesting that they're only about 21,000 units off of Europe. Now, if we go to Middle East, only selling 28,000 units, a really small market for them, still up 3%. And I already talked about East Asia. And East Asia is, in terms of volume, actually above the Middle East by a couple thousand units. We also have new images of the prototype RZ450E. Nothing new here, other than we know that it's going to be announced in spring. So we'll have a lot more detail here in the next couple of months. Now, Koji Sato, president of Lexus, had something very interesting to say about the situation right now. And 2022 will continue to refine Lexus' unique design driving taste that appeals to the sensibilities of our customers. And this is translated from Japanese, so hang with me here. But he wants to be the brand that people know the real thing, choose at the end of the day. So it doesn't quite flow in English. Lexus is the brand for him that sells real luxury vehicles. And I don't know exactly who he's taking shots here at his competition that aren't the real thing, whether that's, Tesla, as they're breaking into the luxury market. Most of you on the channel, as well as myself, don't consider them luxury for all sorts of different reasons. Don't need to go down that rabbit hole right now. But is he also taking shots at Mercedes-Benz and BMW? It's funny that he's complimenting his customer base, but he's also at the same time almost insulting the customers that don't have Lexus vehicles because they don't know how to choose the real thing. They choose fake products, according to him. At least that's what it sounds like. Now, Lexus will be fully battery electric in North America, China, Europe by 2030, globally by 2035. He's saying they'll also accelerate the development of EVs, starting with the RZ in the spring, and will release a series of new models that accompany the lifestyles of a variety of customers. And that's kind of like the Toyota mindset right now, multi-pronged approach, hybrids, battery electric vehicles, plug-in hybrids. So nothing changes there, even though that this is a Lexus brand, and we're going to be entering that transitionary phase from going to internal combustion engine to fully battery electric by 2030. And my good friends at Lexus Enthusiast reporting Best Car, which is a Japanese magazine and scoop site. Now, I saw this maybe 2-3 weeks ago. I still don't believe that an LFA2 is coming, especially since Lexus has just revealed the Lexus battery electric sports coupe concept. You guys know what I'm talking about. Rumors still aren't dying about this LFA2 plug-in hybrid twin turbo V8, and if it does happen, you would think that this would be the swan song for Lexus and the internal combustion engine, their last high performance internal combustion engine car. I would say there's probably like maybe a less than 25% chance of this happening. I just don't see twin turbo V8 happening. I think more than likely we would see the twin turbo V6 that we have. Maybe they boost the heck out of it and they use a solid state battery for the battery pack in there. And then, of course, they can charge whatever they want to cover the cost of the expensive battery pack that is solid state. But yeah, I'm just not getting my hopes up. They say it's could be coming in 2025. So we have some bad news here, talking about the shutdowns of all these production lines in Japan for Toyota and Lexus as a result. And I'm just going to focus on Lexus here because that's kind of the general basis of this video. Let's just say the last week or so, last 5 days of January, the LC was put on hold. The Prado, which means the Lexus GX, was put on hold. The LS, IS, RC, RCF, and NX put on hold. Lexus LX and Land Cruiser 300 at the Yoshiwara plant. Like I had so much fun driving the Lexus LX 600 this past month in January, and yeah, it's already crimped by supply chain issues. It's just really tough to see. Now going into February, it's looking pretty rough. Man, just looking at the GR Yaris, it's not looking good. But the NX Prime, or should I say the 450h Plus, the CT, what, they're still making the CT? It has to be for like Japan only. What the heck? Anyways, that just blew my mind. Lexus UX fully electric as well. That's all going to be shut down. The 2nd, 3rd, the 4th, the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, the 17th, 18th, 19th. So we're talking about a week and a half of them not being able to produce those units out of Japan. But it looks like maybe the LC as well as the LX for February. There might be some other, maybe the ES. I don't see the E. Oh, there's the ES. Never mind, the ES is affected. So let's just say the vast majority of Lexus lineup is going to have some setbacks. And now that I see ES, it looks like it was crossed out. So they originally planned to shut down the lines those days, but maybe they got the parts or whatever they needed. But yeah, so the ES is back on track. And if they're produced in February, it's at least a month out before they would arrive at dealerships here in the United States. It has to cross the ocean, clear the ports, which is a huge headache right now. And then it has to get on railways for most parts of the country anyways, to get to the dealerships, or drop-offs where trucks can pick them up and take them to the dealerships. Anyways, it's just a mess right now, and it's going to really affect the supply of Lexus vehicles. So even though it's looking to be an amazing year for Lexus with all sorts of new products, new RX at the end of the year with the RX 450h Plus plug-in hybrid, RX 500h is also trademarked, RX 350 replacing the V6. Like, I could keep going about the RX, but we also have the RZ and the LX all coming out in 1 year for Lexus. I can't tell you the last time we had 3 brand new redesigns or new product from the ground up in the same year. It's been a long time, if not the first time ever we're seeing this sort of product assault from Lexus in a single calendar year. 2022 looking to be strong for them as long as they can keep the production strong and high and the availability for the vehicles high. They should have no issues breaking their all-time sales records set in 2019. But what are you most excited for Lexus here in 2022 going forward? It's got to be the RZ, right? Because this is the first glimpse, not counting the UX electric vehicle, this is the first glimpse the RZ is into their fully battery electric future. So it better be really freaking good. And my expectations are set pretty high, which I tell you guys never to do with Japanese brands because they only they're just so conservative. But yeah, I'm keeping my expectations pretty high on this RZ because this has to be a strong product for them. No one's going to take them seriously, as they said they're going to be fully battery electric. And if their first battery electric is underwhelming, doesn't look good for them. Anyways, guys, I'm going to end it there. I'll see you down in the comments below. Lots of fun things to talk about. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like button, subscribe for more Lexus news and reviews. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.